What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Engineers That Filters podcast, episode 136. I'm your host, Jacob Thompson, and tonight I'm finally back on the wagon. I got some Oberon, baby. I was just thinking when I was going to grab my beer, I don't think I've had any alcohol for like 3 or 4 weeks. Because I haven't been drinking on the podcast, and when Lissa and I hang out, I usually have a beer, but I just haven't been recently. So it's been a minute. And, I feel like it's going to hit me hard tonight,
Look at you being healthy. Yeah, disgusting.
Not if I call it being healthy, I call it being lazy. I'm just
too lazy to drink a
I'm
beer.
too lazy to drink.
What the fuck? That's another level of laziness. I don't even know. Like, I don't even want to get
there. Or my body's just fucked from other shit where I'm just like, I don't need to add to this right now.
Yeah,
so,
maybe.
Yeah, but we're back. Oberon's always good.
All right. I'm Joseph, and I found a Labatt Blue in the back of my fridge.
Yo.
Oh, hell yeah.
Who's to say whose it is?
Oh, it's definitely mine.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Gabe's like, okay, so you say.
No, there's
the only one that
honestly
buys
like a
Labatt.
ton of random beer in the fridge at this point, and sometimes it's just like, I just grab it because like no one's claimed it for months, and like
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just there.
Nah.
So
This one I kind of knew was back there. I was saving it for a while, and so I had like a bunch of seltzers in front so that
Yeah.
you couldn't see it behind there. And then I had enough of the seltzers. I was like, oh, the Labatt's there.
yeah,
I don't feel like a seltzer. I'll grab that. So,
You're a
it's a
rat.
bunch of random shit.
Love me some little Bat Blue, baby.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I'm Gabe, and I'm drinking a good beer today. It's a Bell's official hazy IPA. Still got a few left. I forgot about it, but didn't went in the fridge today. I was like, ooh, I got some hazies. Got
Solid.
it.
The very just solid beer. Nothing more than that.
I think we were talking about it last week, and that's what reminded me that I still had some like laying around. It's
Yeah,
not-
Dayton, you were asking about it recently.
Yeah, I
If it was
was.
good or not.
Yeah, I just threw it in the fridge. Like we have a spot where we put all our boxes, and sometimes I just assume they're empty, but then I like took a peek and like, ooh, get some extra. So
There you go. That's essentially free beer right there.
sure.
Some cost.
Aw, and I'm Dayton, and I'm drinking PBR. I have a lot to get through.
Rat.
A
Wait,
lot.
you gotta show it to the camera. You can't just say you're drinking PBR and not
You-
show it.
Y'all know what a fucking
I'm just-
PBR
you know-
looks like.
It was weird you didn't pull it up, okay? And I don't know if it's a
you
tall
said
boy or not.
PBR, and you didn't move at all, and I was kind of expecting it to be like the coffee ones
That
or just some
nitro
weird
pumpkin.
Oh,
PBR.
no.
Yeah.
It's the PBR, but the weird one.
Yeah.
Or,
Like
you and
pumpkin
your
spice
slide
PBR is what I
movements.
expected you to
I'm
have.
sorry. I'm just a disappointment tonight.
Don't worry, Dayton. It's not just tonight.
Aw,
Yeah, it's-
damn.
I was gonna go if we're all disappointments. The game went for really just going to the heart.
It's kind of too deep of a cut for the
Just
podcast.
targeted me.
Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. As always, you can find our show on YouTube and podcast services. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch and Instagram. And you know what? I'm not going to say the ads. I'm just going to say it's in the description. All right. So if you want, just go down there and click on it yourself. All right.
Oh.
Speaking of being lazy,
All of our info is always in the description. So if you need to find something, you can look down there. We also have our email down there if you want to send us any questions you have, you want us to answer on the podcast. So yeah, check it out. But let's get
or
into
just general fan mail,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
email
want
us,
to
you know,
tell us how
let's
much
get
you love
coffee.
us.
Yeah,
we're not gonna
love
say no to that.
letters, just whatever. Just send it,
Something to get me out of bed in the morning.
Introducing EWF dating.
Yikes. Let's get into weekend anecdotes because, spoiler alert, we are recording this the Monday after our last episode recorded. So, early record this week. So, what happened this weekend? And I'm going to go to Dayton first.
I sat on my ass a lot, and I watched a lot of anime.
Hell yeah. That's a Jacob weekend right there. That's a
Yeah,
Jacob
that is
Thompson
not an
certified
Dayton
weekend.
answer.
It is not.
Sometimes,
It is not.
sometimes you need those.
It completely pivoted. I was supposed to be up in Vermont for at least Saturday. I was supposed to take a day trip up there to go mountain biking. at a mountain bike park, which is a pretty Dayton weekend. But yeah, plans fell through. Ended up just biking on Saturday, and then also running on Saturday, and then yeah, I just watched a shit ton of anime. I want to say I cranked through like it had to have been like close to 50 episodes of Boruto.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Which like isn't
my
that like
gosh.
that's like 16 hours, isn't it?
Whatever 50 divided by 3 is.
Yeah, I think that's
I
about
can't do quick math.
16, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Sure.
A little over
I'm
16
not good at
hours.
Proud
Yeah.
of you.
But yeah, so I'm completely caught up on Boruto now, and that's kind of a weird feeling. I don't have any more Naruto like shit to binge. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Is
And the
it
show's still going on, so you'll get it weekly.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you're at the end of the binge
Wait,
road
that
for
show
that
hasn't
one.
ended yet?
Well, so Naruto did, and then they had Naruto Shippuden, and then after Naruto Shippuden, there's Boruto, which is Naruto's son.
They like money, Gabe. Is
Okay.
answer to your
so
question.
they're making more of it?
Yeah. I mean, it's no different than like Pokemon. Like, come on.
I
Like,
mean, Star
Yeah,
Wars
that's
is like a great example. of
yeah,
it.
I mean, like it's a solid franchise, you know.
Hmm.
It's got a lot of cachet. People will tune in just for the name recognition. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But then Dayton, you're gonna start Attack on Titan next, which I'm very excited about.
Yep. Have to
Good one.
finish that by the time the new season comes out.
Yeah, it should be December or January. So you got some time.
Yeah, that's easy mode.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to add you to our Weeb group chat so you can
Oh, no.
join in on the fun of us talking
Oh,
about
no.
Attack on Titan every week.
That's pretty much all it was used for. It's been
Yeah.
dormant for a while.
Yeah, 'cause you guys stop watching anime except for Joseph. Joseph's the one person I can talk to.
Hmm.
You know, he's still putting in hours, but even then
I
he's sometimes he falls off for a little bit, and I got to get him back on.
Yeah.
So
I finally watched. Well, My Hero Academia ended, or
the
season
season
5
ended,
ended.
yeah.
So I'm up there, but
Yeah, I think overall it was probably the weakest season, but I think it was necessary because the setup for next season is going to be absolutely insane.
yeah, I can. Yeah, I see where it's going, and I'm not complaining.
My end, I played Halo all weekend, baby. There was a Halo Infinite beta, and Joseph was supposed to play it with me, but he
rat.
forgot to check. He forgot to check one box, and so he didn't get invited.
Yeah, and the
Um,
box was send me spam. Was basically what spam communications. I was like, I don't want that. And
Yeah,
so they did.
he didn't get invited, but I did play with Perk for a little bit, which was fun. But Halo's back, baby. It's so fun, and on the last day they opened up a new map that had some vehicles on it, and that's where Halo is. Like just fucking around in vehicles, and there's a new grappling hook. You can like swing around like Spider-Man and do a bunch of crazy shit. It was so fun. Next weekend is gonna be a big team battle, which is like 8v8 or 10v10 on a massive map with a bunch of vehicles and shit, and it's just gonna be amazing. So I'm super excited for that. But the other thing of note that happened to me today. Um, there was a betrayal on levels that have never been seen before. Okay. So normally on Monday, I got a long day on Monday. I'm gonna go to campus in the morning because I have a meeting. Come home for lunch. Go back to campus for my class, which is 3:30 to 6:30, which sucks. Get dinner on the way home, and we're fine. But I had to stay longer in the morning today, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get lunch. I'm gonna go out for lunch, and then I'll eat at home later for dinner. And I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking hungry. I'm gonna get some canes, all right? Because I love my canes, and I haven't had it in a few weeks. Okay.
Mhm.
So first, I try to order online because that's the move. Is you order online, then by the time you get there, it's just ready for you, right? But I try to order online, and the online ordering is down for the location by me. I'm like, okay, it's fucking annoying. Drive over there, walk in, wait in line for a little bit. I'm like, all right, let me order this and get out here. I go to order and get my usual box combo, no coleslaw, extra toast, because that's the best order. And the guy says to me, Joseph, he says, "There's no toast today.
Oh,
There's no toast today." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? That's the best part of the meal." And he's like, "Yeah, we didn't get our bread shipping in this morning, so there's no toast." And I'm like, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, "So what do you want to swap the toast with?" I'm like, "I guess fries, like more fries." And it's like, "Do you still want the coleslaw?" And I'm like, internally, I'm like, "No," but I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." I'm not gonna get 3 times the amount of fries. So I get my order. It's 4 chicken fingers, fries, and coleslaw. and it just wasn't good. It wasn't without the toast. It just to complete the meal, it just wasn't as good. And I ate it, but then I got to the end, the coleslaw was staring at me, and I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Fast food coleslaw. I'm sorry, but you're going in the trash. Um, so that sucked. I'm just gonna be honest. That sucked. Canes, you betrayed me today. It wasn't your fault. I don't think so. It was whoever the shipment situation was, but it was rough, and it messed me up the rest of the day. So,
Wow.
Yeah,
Day was
life's
ruined.
life's hard. Yeah, life's
Yeah,
hard is the moral story.
sounds really hard. Yeah.
Gabe, how's your weekend?
It was pretty good. My mother and my stepdad flew in. I don't know why I said mother like
Yeah, you said
that.
that kind of weird, but
I did.
Mother.
My mother. They flew in to see Minneapolis, so did a lot of driving. I had to face my parking anxiety head on. Park all over town, drive all over town, but it's cool. Got to show them all of the cool spots. You got Lake of the Isles, you got the St. Anthony section, Stone Arch Bridge, and North Loop, all the iconic spots of the city that they really liked. And then, of course, Mall of America, because you got to show new people who come to visit.
All America's so overrated.
Mhm.
Okay, it wasn't my idea, but I was like, I could tell she wanted to go.
But yeah, everyone who comes wants to go, and then
And I
they
was
go,
like-
and you're like, it's a big mall.
Yeah, I was like, okay, let's go. We'll do it. Whatever. We didn't really do a whole lot. And she didn't really want to shop. She just wanted to see it. It was like big. But Saturday night we went to an Oktoberfest thing in Northeast at a brewery. That was really fun. Everyone else, I drove because I was driving parents. Everyone else is the most drunk I've seen them in a long while. Joseph, and Cooper and our other roommates, him, were just absolutely blasted. It was so fucking fun to see them just get shitty and have fun time. And they had like a very like traditional style band where it's like the boom, 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 Oktoberfest style music,
Mhm.
just fun. And then I dropped them off, and then I scooted back into a bar, and these guys are just dying. You could just tell they were losing fight, and but it was still a fun time to hang at them and just show my parents around and stuff. So I took today off. I didn't really do much with them, just kind of relaxed and drove back to the airport. I'm gonna go back to work tomorrow. Going to a concert with my boss tomorrow. That's gonna be weird. He told me I have to mosh pit, so that's gonna be interesting.
Oh, yikes.
We'll see.
Maybe you could slip it a punch to his face on accident or
Oh,
something.
Jesus,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
If I'm going to a
couldn't
concert with
see.
him, I think that means I like him,
I'm just saying, a mosh pit, anything can happen. All right.
I don't resent him for going to this concert with me. He sold me the ticket for cheaper, and I don't think we have some overlap music, so it should be pretty fun.
Nice.
It will be a little weird because normally when I go to concerts, I like to be inebriated.
You could still do that. I'm sure he's gonna be drinking.
So he used to. He went to tech as well, actually. But he doesn't drink a whole lot anymore. So I think I'm gonna do like a tactical, like 2 drinks. So I'm like in control, but I'm still loose, but in control. That's what I'm going for.
Hands loosely on the wheel.
Yes, I'm not driving. To be clear.
Oh, yes,
This venue.
yeah. Sorry, that analogy doesn't work for.
I'll be taking the bus.
Going back to the Mall of America briefly, whenever we talk about it in our group, I just think back to our spring break trip where we went and I remember Dayton in particular being so fucking done with being at the mall because we were just walking around forever because like Josh wanted to go to like the hot sauce store.
Oh my god.
And
So it's such a walk to get there.
I think we also went to a couple other spots, but because also like Kenzie, Max's girlfriend, met us there with some of her friends from Minnesota. So it's just like, I mean, it was fine, but we were just walking around forever. It's just so funny because like people are like, oh, I want to go to the Mall of America, and it's like, have you been to a mall before? Yeah, it's just a mall, but just bigger. Is there a theme park in the middle? Yeah, but like we're not gonna go. It's expensive. So you can look at it, but
Right. Yeah, my mom really likes like the touristy stuff. Like her favorite vacation spot is Myrtle Beach, which is like a very touristy area. So like She eats that shit up, and it's just not my thing. But like, we got there, and she's like, "Let's eat at the Margaritaville." I was like, "All right, let's do that." So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I've been there. I mean, it's only the third time I've been there since I've been here, but it's every time it's like, this is just more work. Like, there's malls in Roseville that are like 10 minutes north, and they're like way less busy, and I have to fucking walk literally half a mile to get to the fucking pair of pants I want to buy or whatever it may be.
I will say the only time I had fun in the Mall of America was when Pokemon Go was all the rage because the amount of Pokestops in the Mall of America is
I didn't think
astronomical.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I mean, it's cool to see. I think like for the first time, like if you haven't been, like it's cool to be like, oh,
yeah,
there's a roller coaster inside. I guess. I don't know, but again, it's expensive. It's expensive to be there, and it's expensive to
I feel
buy
like,
anything.
especially growing up in the Midwest, it's one of those things you hear about. And it's
Yes.
kind of like got this ethereal, like,
Well,
it's
I
a
heard
massive
about it.
mall in the
I didn't
middle of
even know it
Minnesota.
existed until American Chillers, which is a Michigan, or he did one on like the Mall of America for Minnesota. Like that's how I knew it existed. So
Was that the one with like the wax people?
it's the mannequins. Yeah, they like came to
Okay.
life and
Yeah,
like
mannequins,
attacked people.
not. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I remember reading that one. I'm pretty sure I read
That's-
all of his fucking books.
I did
met
for
him.
a while. I did too.
Yeah.
Actually, I met him at the bookstore right next to the Mackinac Bridge. Actually, he just happened to be there.
Oh,
It's
I
a
went
weird
to his
dude.
shop. Like his shop in I
You
think
went to
it's
his
like
house?
Indian
That's what I
River.
mean. Yeah.
That's
It's
not
like
right
just
by the
before the-
river. It's like
look, it's like 30 minutes before the bridge.
yeah, I thought you
There's
meant like in
nothing else.
Mackinac City.
Oh no, there's nothing else between Mackinac City and this bookstore.
No,
And
really
that's what I
not.
mean.
Really
He
not.
just chills there. So.
Last thing to Mall of America. Fun fact about it: it does not have a heating system. In the winter, it is only heated by body heat from the people in there, and they just like use ceramics and shit to keep all that insulated. I
Interesting.
think it's pretty cool. But anyway, Joseph, what was your side of the story for this weekend?
Besides spending way too much money at this Oktoberfest,
You guys
getting-
had so much beer.
I had 4 beers, 4 half
Plus
liter
the
beers.
glass.
Yeah, so you when you got there, you had to buy tokens. You couldn't use cash at the bars. So I was like, well, shit. This is how much cash I have. How many tokens can I get with this? He's like, 5. I was like, all right, here you go. And it's 1 token for a glass, and then another token for each beer, which is kind of a rip, but whatever.
Do you get to
What,
keep the
35
glass?
bucks? You
Yeah.
do. Yeah, we
Oh,
have
okay.
4 fucking
Okay.
half
Yeah.
steins in our.
Yeah, and then
Kitchen
Nicole won a full stein
Yeah.
Ooh.
and another half stein.
Well, she
'Cause-
yeah. Her prize was another stein.
Yeah. So there's some competition that I don't know if it's a tradition, but you're supposed to hold a full stein like arm's length away, can't bend your elbow, and you have to hold it upright. Whoever holds it up the longest wins is basically what it is.
Shoulder contest, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Nicole won. They did like a guys and a girls competition, and Nicole
Well,
won the
even the
girls.
losers got to keep the stein.
Yeah, you get to keep the stein, but then the prize for it was you can either get another stein or like
Or a
a
shirt.
t-shirt for the band that was playing, and just like, guess I'll just get another fucking glass.
What are
like-
these prizes? These are the laziest prizes I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah,
So we have a lot of glassware now,
Yeah.
but
so much.
and then Sunday night I saw the Blue Stones for the second time. Alyssa and I went because Gabe couldn't go because his parents were here, and
I tried to
Cooper-
convince him.
Cooper couldn't go, or he didn't want to go because he went to a concert on Friday too, and he was like, oh, it's too much for me. Whatever. Either way, we had a blast there. It was fun. Yeah, because Gabe and I had seen them just before the pandemic.
Yeah, February of 2020.
Yeah, so it was good to see them again about a year and a half later. And yeah, a little over a year and a half. Yeah, no, so it was good. Because they released an album not too long ago. So everyone
they get any better?
yeah, well, I think so. I mean, they played all their most recent songs, and it's been a while. Like they haven't been able to tour right after they released the album,
Right.
So people have been able to listen to it and like really know the words. So it was a lot of fun. Everyone was singing and having a good time. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Very nice. All right. Well, let's get into our topic tonight. And Gabe, start us off.
Hot Wheels. All right, so there's this new game coming out that's tugging at my nostalgia. I'm not gonna lie. It's called Hot Wheels Unleashed. All right,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a classic arcade racer. It seems like I think it's 1/64 scale, which is the size of what a Hot Wheels car is. And then you race around like attics and stuff. And it just got me thinking. I fucking love Hot Wheels. All right, like I I had so many goddamn Hot Wheels as a kid, and I have so many memories of like Hot Wheels content. Like we were even putting in our Discord chat before this, like different movies and video games that we had before. Like I remember playing a Hot Wheels video game on like a CRT computer monitor. I don't even know how it fucking ran. Uh, and just watching some movies that were like I think the budget was actually like $5 and a free sandwich for anyone who animated it because I went back like just before this and watched it. And it's so bad. Like it was low budget for the time. Uh
What's the plot of a Hot Wheels movie, if
okay,
I
so
may
Hot
ask?
Wheels World Race is a fantastic movie. So there is this other dimension of racetrack called Highway 35. And if you
Mm.
can navigate your way through its maze and get to the end of it, you get what's called a wheel of power, which is supposed to be like
Oh.
this world or this like it can generate a lot of power, hence the name.
Oh.
So this guy
Okay.
hires a bunch of people and says, "Hey, I'll give you $5 million," which is a lot for this movie came out in 2003. So
Mhm.
$5 million then is, I mean, it's a lot now.
I'd take
Fi-
$5 million.
$5 million
Yeah.
dollars if they win the race and give him the wheel of power, right? So
I see. I see.
it's a little bit there's a little bit of mystery. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of
So
quirky dialogue.
I have to ask. So there are drivers to the cars, or are the cars
Uh-huh.
alive?
There's drivers, there's characters. So each
Yeah.
like there's leaders of teams and different teams. So like they have different tropes. So like one the main character, the protagonist, if you will. It's like the wave rippers or riders or something. And he's got all surf style. He's a California guy. He's got
Mhm.
surfboards on his car. And you got like the rough and tumble leather jacket guys who have skull and crossbone cars that shoot fire and shit. You got
Of
the
course, of course.
desert people. Uh, it's just,
So and sorry, you said this
all
was animated.
cultures. Yes,
Was it 2D or 3D?
it's 3D.
Oh God.
It is. It
How
does
are
not hold
those? How
up.
are those human models looking, Gabe?
Not good. I'm not gonna lie. So I just watched like I don't want to say how much time I watch. I watched like at least 20 minutes of this before we
Oh my
start.
God.
Okay, to be fair, my computer has been freaking out lately, and I needed to test it, so I've been running a bunch of shit on it.
Yeah,
So it's like
sure.
out, and I got hooked. So, there's some good ideas. Like some of the shots are like the ideas there, like they
Right,
make
right.
sense on paper, and it's like good direction. But the animation and the voice acting is just fucking terrible. Like all things considered. But as a kid, I just remember it being perfect. Like I,
Yeah.
I think my imagination just filled in the gaps and it was like beautifully animated and very
Mhm.
imaginative and cool and fun. Uh
Well, then it succeeded because the goal of that movie, Gabe, was to sell you Hot Wheels. So it sounds
I
like it
and
did
I
the
had
job.
tubs
Oh,
and tubs of
definitely.
Hot Wheels. I had so many tracks. I remember I had like a shark track, a gorilla track, like an octopus one. Anytime they had the new set, I would just beg my dad and my mom to buy them, and just take up an entire basement with my Hot Wheels cars.
Hmm.
And then only like two of them actually worked on the track, where like they were like actually good at going through the whole thing without falling off.
Mhm.
But oh, dude, I also would like beat the shit on my brother if he stole one of my Hot Wheels. I remember fighting. We'd get in fights over whose Hot Wheels were what, and Hot Wheels were a formative part of my life. Is what I'm getting at. I even
I mean,
remember at one
yeah.
point, my dad, he was training me to pee in a toilet by standing. and he would put Cheerios in the toilet. And if I hit the Cheerio out like so many times in a row, I'd get a new Hot Wheels car. So
Oh my god.
Hot Wheels cars made me the man I am today, is what I'm trying to get at.
How
And
how expensive were Hot Wheels back then? 'Cause I feel like they're not cheap.
Weren't
no,
they
they're
like
so
$1?
cheap. They're literally 99 cents.
Yeah.
When
Still?
I was growing up. I don't know how much
Okay.
they are now. I'm sure inflation they're more expensive, but
I'll do a quick Google search.
I think that's what made them so accessible for me as a kid, is because of how cheap they were. Like it was a very cheap toy, and it'd be like if I went to the store or whatever, and then my dad's like grocery shopping or whatever, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to the toy section. I'm like, can you buy me a car? They'd be like, that's fine, like $1. If you ask for any other toy, they're like, get the fuck out of here. If you're asking for a $1 station wagon, and that my dad likes station wagons, it's like, oh, it's a cool car. My
Okay,
dad
yeah,
even saw it.
you're right, Gabe. A 5-car pack is like $6. So yeah, they're about $1 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought for some reason I thought like they got made them like way nicer, and so the price went up. But
So they
that's a
have
nice
like
little toy you can just give your kid. It's like
they have
reward.
higher tiers of them, right? Like
Right. They have like licensed ones. They have like Star Wars ones and shit.
and they have ones that are like better produced because it's mostly plastic with a little bit of metal.
Oh, dude, they got Halo
Yeah, like the-
ones. They got Batman.
Like the chassis of them is die cast, so like
Yeah.
naturally you have like better like molds for these castings, right? And then you can put
Right.
better wheels on them. Yeah. there's a
Another
lot of-
another bonus Hot Wheels is like they hurt when you threw them at people, so you could,
Yeah.
you could hurt
Jesus
your siblings. I'm just saying.
Dude, you're back to back. Oh, Gabe, you should punch your boss at this mosh pit. You can chuck these Hot Wheels at people and hurt them.
Dude, my
Jacob was in
little
an
cousin
aggressive
would
mood
get-
today.
My little cousin would get angry and huck Hot Wheels cars at my older cousin, like his older brother and me, because we
Really?
would hang out. He would just fucking whip these at us from across the room. Put dents in the wall. Not
They hurt.
fun.
Yeah. I'm just
They
saying.
hurt.
Speaking of that, I just saw an Instagram reel of this guy who set up a Hot Wheels track, but I think he changed the motor out on like the thing that like gets him going.
Yeah.
He set this track up to literally just shoot Hot Wheels cars like into those ceiling and into walls and shit. These Hot Wheels cars are literally like almost going through this drywall.
That's awesome.
Okay, I'm sorry. I need to probably pause this out for a second because I need to talk to Dayton about something.
Oh,
Dayton's been
gosh.
sending me fucking reels on Instagram, which is just TikToks. Just fucking download TikTok, dude. You're not as bad as Emily. Emily's doing the same shit where she's watching reels all day on Instagram. She's like, it's not TikTok. It's fucking TikTok. Okay, I know you're listening, Emily. It's the same shit.
No, it's not. They're different. They're different.
How?
And
How are they
well,
different?
Because one, Instagram is owned by Facebook. Two, TikTok
that
is
makes
owned
it
by
better.
That's so much better.
TikTok is owned by China. Okay, I don't fuck with that.
They're both stealing your data.
That's beside the point. The fact is that it's China.
One's a private company and the other's a foreign government.
Yeah.
Which do you trust more?
No
I
TikTok.
mean, honestly, neither. But
But you can thank Justin for that. Justin got me hooked on Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
So
They're. I mean, you know me. I was talking about TikTok. I got addicted to that shit immediately. They're fun to watch. Anyway, going back to Hot Wheels. I personally did not have a very large Hot Wheels collection. I wasn't super into it. Maybe it's because I wasn't just really into like cars at all. But I had the. Do you have the blue suitcase, Gabe, that you could like open and like slot them in?
I had clear Tupperware tubs of cars.
Yeah,
Like,
I never had enough to fill up a whole
I have
Tupperware.
this
I
case- I had like big tubs of them.
I had a suitcase, and then I think I had some more like in a box, but I didn't have a ton. But I do remember having the track with the motor thing that Dayton's talking about, the like speed 'em up, and that shit was always exciting. And then the biggest thing I had was the big T-Rex thing where like they go around and then they launch at the T-Rex, like take it down.
You fight it, yeah. I
Yeah.
had that with the Kraken and King Kong style one.
I had the
Yeah,
shark
so many
one
times.
where it has to
I
like
had the-
jump through and then like the shark would try and like bite them out of the air.
Oh yeah.
Mine
and
didn't.
that-
I had a shark one, but it didn't jump through the air. There's
No,
like
no,
a
no, it
board.
didn't. It didn't jump through the air. It tried to bite the cars as they were going through the air.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is the car didn't go through the air. It was it like stayed on the track and the jaw would like come down.
Oh,
on it.
maybe
Oh,
that's
I
what I'm thinking of. I don't know. It
I don't know,
definitely
I mean,
did some
there
chompy
could be
motions.
multiple. Yeah.
I don't know why, but those sets were always just so fun, and you really would just do the same fucking thing
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
over and over and over again. I
And I mean,
remember
it was
my
fun to like put
brother.
the tracks together. It was very satisfying to put the tracks
Yeah,
together. I forgot like what the mechanism even was, but it was very satisfying to like click them together and then like build your whole thing.
I feel like it was like that hand-add like Connects and Legos are also in that same
Yep.
camp for me, where it's like
Yep.
putting that together was just like really satisfying for me to like I don't know build
Yeah.
in quotes.
Yeah, dude,
Right.
Connects rule.
I mean, we can talk about Connects also, but I fucking loved Connect.
11.
It's Rule 11. Classic.
I played the shit out of Connects. I had a bunch of them. I had a whole big box of them. Same with Legos too, but I played a lot of Connects back in the day. Hurt my thumbs a lot trying to push the
Yeah.
ends of
The
the sticks into
rods.
the rods into the gears or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I
My
remember they had like super complicated sets, like the big car I tried to make. They had
Yeah.
like rubber bands and shit. I'm like, this is too much for a kid. This is too. I can't do it.
Connects Technics, I think, is what they were called.
Yeah.
Yeah, Technics had a lot of the mechanical moving parts. I
But
remember
yeah.
at the I think it was basically a daycare when like ever the 2 hours between school and like me being picked up from my parents, they had a big tub of Connects and we made a new game where you'd like build cars and just smash them against each other.
Yes, we did that
And
too.
whoever lost 5 pieces, we had like specific rules and tournaments
Mhm,
and shit.
mhm.
So like it was like a big deal. Like new tournaments start and you like build your car and make sure it's like fucking invincible. And just like fuck other shit up. It's so fun.
That's like
Loves
Battle
Connects.
Bots, but for like fifth grade, fifth graders. Like
I love BattleBots.
We watched it at the house like
Yeah.
our senior year. We like put it on.
Yeah.
for a
Son of
bit.
Aiachi, dude. Oh man, badass.
Dane, how big was your Hot Wheels collection?
I had a very large Hot Wheels collection. My main game with it was I would just take two Hot Wheels on the carpet and I would just ram them into each other and I would see which one flipped over and I would just like do a big like giant like tournament for all my cars. That was like my favorite. And I remember one car in particular that I really liked and I'm pretty sure it was called Zotic, like Zotic, I think.
Okay.
And it was like it kind of looked like a ship, like a submersible like ship from like the Star Wars prequels.
Okay.
Because it was like very like just like smooth, and then it had like windows and stuff like all on it. It was pretty badass, and that car rocked at the tournament because I think because it was all, like even like the roof of it was like all metal, so this thing had some serious destructive power.
The fucking tank.
Yeah.
Gotta love the tanks, dude.
Oh yeah. What you, Joseph?
I didn't have too many Hot Wheels. You know, I saying I had the shark set and then, you know, like random cars. Not enough to fill like a big like Tupperware container, but like one of the like small storage ones, you know. And then I had the old school track that there was no frame to it. It was just tracks, like loose tracks with two loops, and you just had to like there's like a clip and you would like clip it to like the couch or something to
Yep.
hold it up.
Oh,
And then it would like go through and like do a little jump at the end. And like that was it. So I had to like haul this fucking long ass track out, plastic track, and like see if my mom was paying attention because she wouldn't like it if I did on the upstairs couch because it would ruin it. And it was fun. But that one had the better height, you know, so I could really
Yeah, you gotta take
go.
advantage of it. Yeah.
Get the speed.
Yeah, I like cared way more about the tracks than the cars. Like I don't even remember if I had a favorite car. I can't really remember any that stood out from my childhood, but I loved making the tracks.
Oh,
I
I
had a
definitely had a
favorite.
favorite car.
Yeah, it was
I can still picture it just so clearly in my head.
What was it?
It was purple and it was only a one-seater convertible. So it had like a cockpit on one side, but like it was like I don't know, smooth like car. I don't know, like the metal on the side. I don't know.
It was person on one side, car on the other side. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. It was just a weird like a one-seater car.
Yeah.
It was like a convertible too. It looked sick. It was like really rounded and smooth and
I
aerodynamic.
definitely had some favorites for sure.
Any of note you wanna mention?
Yeah, I can't remember like the actual name. I just remember it kind of looking like a spaceship and thinking it was cool.
Yeah.
I played the video game on GameCube. It was called Velocity X, and it was like a story-based game that had power-ups and stuff. So you could honestly, the game holds up today. I know I have a bunch of nostalgia for it, but like it did a good job of like having a sense of speed, and like the mechanics were solid, and it was like genuinely fun. I booted it up on like an emulator like a year ago and still had fun playing it. Like it's actually a pretty good game. But there was a bunch of cars from that I remember like having. So like they were extra special that they were in the game, that I had. So any of those people, the two people that are listening who are like, I've heard of that game. Those cars are special to me.
Yeah. It's so funny because whenever I never played any Hot Wheels video games growing up, and when I heard this new was coming out, I just thought it was gonna be a track builder where you build the track and then you like set the car and you watch the cars go. It's not of like, no, you are the car and you're driving on the tracks and it's like boost and shit. It's essentially like Rocket League, like arcade racing.
Well, and it looks like there's a lot of shenanigans you can do. Like you can control the car comically in the air, you can do like flips and shit.
No, yeah, I was watching some streamers play it, and there are certain tracks you'll magnetize to. So what they were doing was you'd go off a jump, and then there'd be a kind of a U-shaped track above you, and just the magnetism would like hold close to it and like launch you higher without you actually touching it.
That's so cool.
It was pretty sick. I'm like, okay, do I need to play this game? Maybe, but it's $60, so I'll have to wait.
I think I might just end up buying it, to be honest. And
yeah.
I don't know.
For the nostalgia. I will say the car viewer in it looks really cool. Like when you look at the cars, they're all like a toy model. It's really dope.
Well, they have like you can see like thumbprints on them, and when they get scratched, they like have scratches. Like it's very photorealistic. I think they scanned them into the game. Honestly.
Yeah, it's actually insane how much production value they put into it for what it could have been just a straight cash grab.
Yeah, it looked like they actually cared about it. So I'm stoked. Comes out Wednesday, I think.
Wednesday or Thursday.
Thursday.
But yeah, I want to transition this into just talking about just the best toys from our childhood, because I don't think we've talked about that before. I think it could be fun. And I want to start with something Gabe mentioned before the podcast, which is Rescue Heroes.
Fuck yeah.
Joseph and Dayton, do you know what Rescue Heroes are?
Dude, I had so many.
I had an ungodly amount of
Okay, good.
heroes.
Because that must have been the toy series my parents spent the most money on. Because holy shit, I had every fucking vehicle. I had the aircraft carrier. Okay, I had the massive aircraft carrier. I had the robot that was like a mech. You could put one in the middle and you could remote control the massive robot and like shoot a claw out of it. It was fucking sick. Helicopter, fighter jet, truck, like fire truck. Yeah, look up the robot. It was fucking awesome.
Robot.
I didn't have the robot. I did have a boat, and it had a jet ski that launched off of it.
Yeah, it shot off it.
The dune buggy was pretty sick.
Oh, love the dune buggy.
What else?
I think I had $100 or $50.
I had a plane. I don't know what it looked like though.
You know if it was a helicopter or a fighter jet?
I think it was like a fighter jet style. I would have to look. I'll pull it up real quick.
I'll look quick on Rescue Heroes vehicles because like goddamn,
I had the motorcycle.
So dope.
I had the motorcycle, the cop one. The cop motorcycle. What else?
Well, and I don't know what it was about them. I think it was because they had the little like SD cards essentially you put into them that was like the voices for each one.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, it was just cool, and they were just like big action figures. They weren't really that like you couldn't really like move them that much. They just had like mobile arms.
It's just like the hands or arms, legs, and maybe the waist. I think
They didn't do much.
Yeah, they didn't do much, but like for some reason they were super fun. I think it was because of all of the vehicles and shit.
Well, they had all those backpacks too, didn't they?
And the backpacks, yeah, with like the different, I mean,
They'd like come over and
they
they'd put it in their hand and it would like do stuff or whatever.
The firefighter one is definitely the one that I remember the most.
Yeah, I'm looking at the truck right now that had like the water launcher on the top. You could shoot the little water bullets out of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so I had the space, like the space buggy one.
Space buggy. Okay,
Yeah,
I don't think
it's
I had
like
that one.
it's like the white one that has it's a one-seater, and then I
Mm-hmm.
had that boat as well, like the catamaran that shoots the jet ski out.
Yep.
But I'm not seeing the plane.
I definitely. Oh, okay. Do you guys have the wing glider? I just saw that. It was like a little. It was. I don't know. It's kind of like a helicopter, but instead of propeller, it's just like some gliding wings that like popped out of it.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Well, I think what was cool with the vehicles, like Dayton saying, like they like did something like the boat shot out the jet ski, the
Yeah.
fire truck could shoot the water. Like they'll have like something that like moved on it, which was super fun. It
Okay,
was just a
but
great
didn't
time.
they have a TV show that was accompanied with it too?
There did,
had
but I
And they
never
had
watched
TV,
it.
or they had movies too, I think.
Yeah, they had VHS like movies that you could. They're two-parters too. They were always two-parters that I
I
remember.
gotta give that cliffhanger.
hmm
So I feel like I just recognized, like it just kind of clicked for me. They're like the business model for toys for kids is like make it collectible. So there's a lot of them.
Mhm.
Make it some form of media. I mean,
Yeah.
that's probably different now, but like having a TV show or a movie or whatever. And if you have those two like foundation building blocks, you just
Make
sell
money.
so much shit. Because I was saying like you got obviously we got Rescue Heroes, we got Hot Wheels, you get those movies that shows
Transformers.
you got Transformers, you got, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Bakugan, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Like all those shows were
Mhm.
like those shows were extra smart. Those were extra big brain because they put their toys at the forefront of the show. For like
Mhm.
Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! They're like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a perfect example. Like the card game is the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With Pokemon, it's not even necessarily the card, but you go straight up the card game.
Fucking
Yeah.
genius. Whoever
So
came
you
up with
want to buy
that,
the cards.
genius.
I mean, they would do that shit for forever, probably since the '60s, honestly, because it
Yeah.
worked.
Oh
You
yeah.
guys remember how dope the Bionicle movie was?
Yes.
Yeah, God, I fucking love
Bionicles,
Bionicles. I still have the original like set of 8, like the primary
Those are
color
technically
ones.
Lego, right?
I think they're under Lego.
I think
Are
they're
they?
Lego,
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They definitely are.
I read Bionicle books. I thought
Oh,
that
yeah.
was that cool.
I had those too.
Yeah, I know it's fucking lame, dude.
Look, they were cool. Okay, what do you want? The
I'm
masks
just
and
saying,
shit? It's
like
dope.
they just get you at that young age where you're just like, you just want to collect shit for some reason. I don't know.
Did you guys have Transformers toys? Because I fucking love my Transformers
Well,
toys.
okay, those movies, I don't know.
Shia
if it's
LaBeouf
the-
ones.
Yeah, the
Oh,
ones with
yeah.
Shia LaBeouf all released around the time I think we were growing up. So
More or less. I think I had something before that though. And like Transformers they're just
I mean, there's the
inherently cool.
cartoon.
Like
yeah,
you're telling me it's a truck and a guy and a robot? Yeah, sign me up. I want that immediately. And it was
It's a
so fun to like figure out how to
pretty-
do it.
yeah, it's a pretty badass thing.
The best too is you'd always get like one that's just a little too complicated for
Yep.
your level, and
Yeah,
it's
my
just
dad
forever in like a state of neither option. Like it's not the robot and it's not the truck. Like it's just there in a
Just
clump
stuck in
of
between.
shit. There's a hand and a foot, right? Like who
Yep.
knows what's going on.
Mhm.
I remember I had a little like space shuttle one that is like had with me all the time because it was pretty small and it was like easy enough to transform, but like complicated enough that like some random kid couldn't do it,
Mm.
And I just like had that all the time and it was great.
Just carry it with you.
Yeah,
Hey,
it was
girls,
good
you want
fun.
to see something cool?
Dayton, what toys are you thinking about from your childhood?
I got 2 words for you guys. Beyblades.
Oh yes,
It's one
dude.
word, but yeah.
Beyblades.
Love
Maybe one word.
Beyblades, dude.
I don't know.
I had so many Beyblades.
See,
They
this
were
is-
so dangerous in hindsight.
Okay,
This-
so were you guys in the plastic phase or the metal phase?
The
'Cause I did
plastic.
Plastic
Well, okay,
both.
the plastic arena, but it was like the metal Beyblades.
Oh,
Yeah, so I know way too much about this. There's the original Beyblades, and then there's Beyblades Metal Fusion, which the toys were metal.
Yeah, you're
They're
right.
those
different.
suck.
So if you tried to play with the Metal Fusion ones against like the original Beyblades, you would just
you
got
get
fucked.
fucked.
break the other toy.
Yeah,
because
that
you had
happened to
metal.
me. That was the last time I played Beyblades because my friend had the metal ones and it shot it out and like hit
Yeah.
the wall, and I was like, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, no, you're right, Gabe. I had mostly plastic. I think I had a couple of metal
Okay.
ones at the end, but they were so fucking fun. And the show was dope
And it
because
was
in the
based off
show, the monsters come out of the Beyblade and fight above the Beyblades at the same time. You're like, this is amazing. Give me
Yeah.
these goddamn Beyblades. There's even a point at my elementary school where people would go out back on the blacktop playing Beyblades and shit. Like we didn't have an arena, but we were just doing it. It was a good time.
I fucking love Beyblades. I feel like to me Beyblades and Bakugan are the same. For like it's just they're in the same headspace as me.
Oh, Bakugan was the one where you shot the marbles, right?
No.
They were like I mean they yeah
Oh,
they
that
were
was Bakugan was
spheres,
the flip ones.
and then the cards were magnetic. So
Mhm.
there's a
Yeah.
little magnet, and then once it hit the card, it like spring out and be like a little guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was dope as shit as well.
Yeah.
So there
So what am
was
I thinking of with the shooting marbles one? You know what I'm talking
I want
about?
to say it's beat 'em on, like beads.
Yes. Did you have
I-
that too? Because that shit was fun as
I
fuck.
don't
I
I
remember
don't know
watching the
this.
TV show, but I don't think maybe I did have
I
one
didn't
of
get into
them.
that one apparently.
Okay, so let me break this one down for you, Gabe. So yeah, it was
Okay.
like beat 'em on, and there was a show, and that's why I got into it. But you get in like we had a train table. I don't know if you guys if that word means anything to you, but it's like a wooden table with like sides
know,
around it. You
yeah.
know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's green and white. You know,
Everybody
um,
had train tables too.
and you have you and your brother on the other end or whatever, and you each have this little like launcher with like a magazine of beads. And I think you had like targets set up, but like we didn't care about that shit. We're just launching these beads at each other on the
I
table.
think I
Oh
think
my
you
gosh.
you shot them at the other one, and if you like there were like targets on it, so if you hit it, it would like knock
Yeah.
over. I think.
Something like that. It was just very fun, and it just took forever to clean up. But like the
Yeah.
trade table,
It
gets
sounds
all
like a
contained.
choking hazard, like through and through.
Well, they didn't like fly off the table. It was like along the surface of the table, but it was just really fun. I had a good time. But yeah, Bakugan was dope as shit. Having the cards and stuff, and then rolling them and like trying to get them to flip.
Oh, dude.
So cool.
I remember
So
Bakugan's
do
so
you
fun.
did any of you guys have a tactics?
No.
I
don't
remember
think
I remember hearing it, but
Okay,
what is it?
So there's these figures, and I want to say they were mostly Star Wars, but there were Transformers ones too. So they were like based off another franchise, and they were like on this little platform, and you could move them. Like the platform had like a little wheel in it, and it would click as you rolled it, and it would like there was like a counter on it, so you could like only move it so many times per turn. So like the more powerful ones you could only move one click, while the weaker ones you could move like four because they weren't as good. But then there were some that were like spring loaded and some that shot projectiles. So like there's a Darth Vader one and you spin him and he like springs forward and then you're basically knocking over the other ones.
I remember seeing commercials for that. I think that's you're unlocking a memory for me,
I'm
Joseph.
looking them up. Yeah, I remember these as well.
Wasn't there ones that were like transformed? Like you go along, you like run along a table, and then it would like after it finished its clicking, it would just like transform. I think something
I
else.
don't remember that. They were all like you had to manually do it from what I
Okay,
remember. So like I had a Boba Fett that he would stand upright, but he had like the rocket launcher, so you would like he would like bend at the waist
Oh,
and
I
you'd
had
shoot
that
the
one.
rocket launcher to like get him, and then you were a smaller target, so you wouldn't like move it back up. And
Right.
I have like so many of these in my
That's
fucking
awesome.
room. I remember
Whoa.
my cousin, because my cousin and I got really into them. For his birthday, we had a tournament with like all of his friends had them. It was great.
That's awesome.
That sounds pretty sick.
I did pull up I did some Googling of like toys from the early 2000s to see if anything unlocks memory. So I'm just gonna go through a couple of lists here and see what pops out to you guys. So I'll be honest, they're being pretty loose with definition of toy, but I'll allow it. First one's a Razer Scooter. Yeah, we all had Razer Scooters. Okay, it destroyed our shins.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't want to talk about it. Bratz dolls, that's more on the female end, but I remember how popular they were when we were growing up for sure. Slinky, I had a Slinky, threw that down the stairs.
Dude,
Good time.
everybody had slinkies.
They never
Okay,
worked
this
like you'd want
this
them
fucking
to.
thing. I'll say it so you guys remember it, but I can put a picture in the chat if you don't. Aqua Mini Water Ring game.
Oh yeah.
Where
You
it's
have to,
like
like-
it's a little box and you like press the buttons to try to get the rings
Oh,
up
yeah.
and to go on the things. I played the shit out of that bad boy.
Mhm.
DS, of course. Guitar
Mhm.
Hero 3, of course.
Oh.
That was the time of music games back when we were growing up.
Rhythm games were really big then, dude.
Like that and the Wii were just like the shit.
Top of the game, their game.
Top of the game. But the one that really blew my mind when I saw it and I totally forgot about. I don't know if you guys remember based on the name. Robo Sapien.
That sounds familiar.
Give it a Google, or I can put a picture in the chat.
Wait, is that like the black and white robot?
Black and white robot.
Yes, and it has like two.
Oh,
like,
we
yeah,
could
yeah,
program
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
I never
Nice.
had one, but I saw this shit everywhere, dude. This
Yeah.
thing was the shit back in the day.
Yes.
They really
There's
didn't do
also
much, but I remember them being like thinking they were really
But it
cool.
was like,
Yeah.
there's robots now.
there's
Mhm.
also Robo Raptor, which is
Yep,
like the
I remember.
Velociraptor looking one.
Yeah.
But like I saw that and I was just like, holy shit! I remember this fucking thing.
Oh, they
And
have
then
an
the other
app
one,
now.
the other one on this list that was a similar thing that I never had was the iDog
I
Oh, yeah,
remember
yeah.
that.
Mm.
with like that big dumb flat face. I don't remember what it fucking did, but everyone thought it was cool.
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
you
it
had
just
like
made
little.
like faces, right? Like or like eyes on
Yeah.
like the screen.
I think so, and like the head like turned and like the ears
Yeah.
moved and
I
shit.
think you had like a little treat that you could like get it to like come like walk towards. I think if it's the
Yep,
same
yep.
one.
Joseph,
Yeah.
I remember exactly what it looked like when it was moving forward, like
Yeah,
yeah,
and it like just super like.
I'm pretty sure it played music and it would like dance to it.
I was gonna
Mhm.
say, you guys remember the absolute abhorrent amount of versions of toys that were like you plugged in your fucking iPod with the big
Yep.
ass charger and it would dance to your music. It was like
Yeah.
a speaker slash toy that would dance.
Those were
So
fucking
many
I mean, that's when the
fucking
iPod was
minutes of it.
massive too. Like that's
Mhm.
because that when the iPod Touch came out when we were in middle school, and that shit
Mhm.
was an entire movement.
Oh, there were so many of those.
Yeah.
I remember getting like 3 different ones for Christmas. Just like overwhelmed with the things that would dance.
Other ones to note on this list are tech decks. Of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
fucking love tech decks.
So bad, but I always had them.
Oh yeah, I couldn't do anything with them, but they were
Could
fun to
do
like
jack
move
all,
around.
but
Okay, I got one. I don't know if you guys remember this.
Give it to me.
Flywheels.
Dude,
You
I
guys
was
ever have
about. I've been
flywheels?
waiting to bring that
Okay,
one
okay, me too.
up.
Okay, I remember this commercial clear as fucking day.
they fucking
I
shoot
already
it
know.
over an airplane.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. They show these people. Okay, for the people who don't know what flywheels are, it's literally just a wheel, right?
It's
Like imagine a
Beyblades, but
toy
turn it
wheel.
90 degrees.
Yeah, where you have a rip cord and you just rip it and it just like runs along the dirt. That's like or the street or whatever.
He's
But in this
absolutely
commercial, they show this flywheel. This guy rips it, goes over this jump, and it jumps over an airplane. I'm like, I fucking need flywheels. Because they had different versions. They had like street flywheels, off-road flywheels,
Yep,
and I
yep.
had one of each. And I
Yep.
just remember like I can jump a plane with this if I want to, you know. Had
Not
that
that you
power
had
in
a
my
plane
hands.
to jump over, but
Yeah.
We used to make them run up walls. Like we would like build like ramps that went up like buildings in
Oh,
like
okay.
recess, and then we would just like get our like street tires on, and we just fucking rip it up these freaking walls and see who could launch it up furthest.
I feel like they were not that fun in practice, especially when you played them outside, because like you like rip it and it would go pretty far. But then
Yeah.
people find it and pick it up. You know,
Mhm.
you could get them hauling through a parking lot.
Huge
I
pain
feel
in
like
the
parents
ass.
just hated them because yeah, you just can lose them so easily, and then the kids freaking out because you can just launch them fucking forever.
Mm-hmm. They also had the
that's a good
flywheels, like what do they call them, like air wheels or something like that, where they
Oh yeah, yeah, yep.
Oh,
They like
yeah.
flew.
yeah. Those are pretty cool too.
It was hard to get the angle right though, if I remember correctly. It's like actually
Mhm.
get him to fly.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
were hard. I
Yeah.
fucking love those things.
Any other toys that you guys remember from back in the day?
I got one more.
Okay.
My dad, I think this is because of my dad. My dad fucking loved RC stuff a lot when I was
Mm.
younger. So I had and this is also at the peak, I feel like, RC helicopters, like before drones were a thing.
Mhm.
But these are like the small, like $20 like air hogs ones. And I had so many different ones
Full
because
rotor.
yep,
The 2 rotors on top.
they're kind of a pain in the ass to drive, and maybe it's because I didn't have hand-eye coordination then. But I remember them not flying very well and like constantly having to replace them because I'd like you fly them inside because if you flew it outside, it would just take a shit. But I would just like crash the fuck out of them, and then they had new ones with like missiles and shit, and I wanted those so bad. Even like the air hogs you'd play outside where you would like pump it up with air, like you like physically would pump them up. It would like add to the propeller or whatever. God, shit was weird, but it was so fun. I have great memories of RC cars and like air hogs in general, the company.
All right, so Gabe, if you were into RC cars and stuff, then
Yeah.
does this RC car name
If you
Ring
say
a bell
Shell
for you?
Shocker, I'm gonna come.
Damn it, dude.
I fucking love Shell Shockers, dude.
Dude, Shell Shocker was so legit. Like just like
Oh,
watching
dude.
it like transform it from the ball into like the weird like axle
Oh
thing.
my god!
Yeah, dude.
It just came back to me. Holy
I
shit!
fucking love Shell Shockers.
Dude. Watching the commercials for it, just like this thing was getting hyped the fuck up. Like you see this thing
Yeah,
just like
dude.
truck through like this like pile of grass, and you're just like, oh, I need this.
I feel like I'm
Also-
realizing how weak I was. Like I see a commercial now, and I'm like, I don't fall for advertising. But
Oh,
like,
yeah.
as a kid, you're like, oh my god, I went over a fucking plane. I
Yeah.
need
Dude,
some
kids
that
are
goes over
so
planes.
stupid. I was just thinking, like, I mentioned the Slinky very briefly, but I play with a Slinky for like 20 minutes at a time, or even like 30 minutes at a time. I'll just move it down the stairs, grab it, come back up, do it again. Like,
Yeah.
I was a fucking dumb kid. But Gabe,
exactly.
when you said air hogs, that unlocked a memory because I didn't think I had any of those, but I did have an air hogs. That was a like styrofoam fucking plane
Yep.
with like rotors on it, and you had to throw it.
Yeah.
It never fucking worked. It never
Oh, it
worked.
never
was just
did well.
dive bomb into the ground every single time. It was so depressing.
The idea, the commercial. Yeah.
I know. It makes it look cool. Oh my
Okay,
god.
I just Googled Shell Shocker because I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
I fucking remember this. I know exactly like this fucking alien shit.
Yep. It's got the was it the green and yellow paint job?
Yeah.
They still sell these? Oh, this is a video game. Never mind.
See, and that's the thing, Joseph, is like we didn't remember that right away. How many toys are we not remembering? Because like the amount of
Oh,
toy ads we saw as kids
Mhm.
were just, I mean, thousands probably. It was absolutely insane. And we probably got most of them because, we're like, Mom, I need this toy right now. It's a Shell Shocker. It's going to be fucking dope. And you play for it for 20 minutes and you never touch it again.
Yeah, you want another toy.
Yeah.
I remember my parents giving me that lecture all the time. Like, you don't need this. You got plenty of toys at home. You're gonna play it for 20 minutes and get another one. I'm like, no, I don't play it so much. And I probably
That's
don't
why-
even remember half of them.
But when I think of the toys I played with the most, it was like Legos or Hot Wheels. I could or Connect, so I could actually build something. Because that way it's like, it's the same toy, but you can build something new every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It like doesn't really get old of doing the same thing over and over again.
I feel like Legos were one of the toys that I played with the most, just because it had the replayability. Like I'd buy sets, but I also had like a bin of just parts that I'd just fuck around with.
Oh yeah, you used to have your big bin. But like like stuff like Shell Shocker is dope as shit, but novelty wears off so fast.
Mhm.
And it's nice when your friend has it, 'cause you can see it and be like, oh okay, cool. And then you're like, okay, I don't need it. I don't play
Yeah.
this anymore.
Mhm.
But
And
yeah,
then you want a Robo Sapien, you know? I don't know.
there's so much shit. Right? I have not thought about it for 15 years, and then you see that you're like, oh my god, the goddamn Robo Sapien was a thing.
What about magnetics?
Dude,
Oh, I
Magnus
had
is
Magnetics.
so
I love some Magnetics. I also remember when you could like
not
make a
safe
car
for
out of it.
kids. I feel like that's not good for kids.
Yeah, kids
Like,
be eating
If
magnets,
kids swallow a Lego, I mean, it's plastic, it's not great, but like a magnet, I feel like it would be way more damaging to your body.
Yeah, I mean the magnets weren't that strong though.
Sure.
They weren't like bucky balls. Like, I
I
got
was
some
say.
bucky balls right here. I just don't put them in my mouth like a dumb 5-year-old.
Right.
Dude,
would
but
hope so.
magnetics? Yeah, dude. I used to freaking put those magnets in my mouth. Are you kidding me?
You put one on the other side of your cheek.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, magnetics were weird because like I also had the car set of magnetics, but they were way harder to make a car out of the Connects because magnetics were weak at the joints because it was fucking magnets. With Connects, it was like, okay, that's just locked the fuck in. Magnetics, it was just like kind of lumpy, and it's like, okay, this is kind of cool, but
Mhm.
Hmm.
I'm
You
not
guys
gonna
fucking-
lie. I want to buy these toys as a grown-ass adult and then get tired with them 20 minutes later.
I
Yeah.
hope toys if we ever have kids, I hope the toys then are available then are as cool as they were when we were kids. So I feel like they either got safer or something, or they're just way cooler. I don't know.
They could
But-
be.
There's some pretty cool toys. Like I mess around with like my nieces and nephews with their toys. Some of them are pretty fun. I'll give them credit.
Okay. Oh,
I mean, technology's advanced, man. We got
I
modern
gotta give a
toys.
couple other mentions with regards to play fighting. Hulk hands,
Yes.
Mm.
great
And-
time.
What were those fucking inflatable boxing gloves that you
Oh,
could get?
yeah.
yeah.
I don't
I've
remember
heard
what
the name of those.
I don't
And
remember the
then
name.
the lightsabers that you had to
Yeah.
swish to
Uh-huh.
send them out. The
I
big
was
They
gonna
get
plastic ones.
stuck in
say,
your fucking.
I
You had
would
to-
fight my brothers with that all the time, and like, oh, it hit your arm's off, and then
Yep.
they like limp around.
Well,
You
the thing
keep
with those
hitting
that was
my
so funny is like
fingers.
you had to swish it out, but then you had to like tighten every joint in it for it to
Yeah.
stay open, or else like the tip would fall down. So you're like,
Yeah.
okay, hold on, let me get it tightened. All right, no, let's
Okay,
go.
And
but
then
a
you're trying to
fresh
put it back and just.
lightsaber,
Yeah,
a fresh lightsaber was better at being nice and like stiff, you know. When you had like
Mhm.
the worn lightsaber, that's when you had to really like tighten the joints.
oh yeah. Oh, and Joseph, the coolest shit was you loosen all the joints and then you like plunge it into the ground and be like,
Uh-huh.
oh yeah, this is dope.
Yeah,
Except if you
fucking
had the
love it.
light up lightsabers, like I had a Yoda lightsaber and a Qui-Gon Jinn lightsaber. The last section of it wouldn't collapse down because of like the
Yeah.
light.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh yeah.
I had a Darth Maul one like that, but you're right, it
What?
didn't fully collapse.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
it was
I wanted the
cool.
Darth
It was
Maul
cool.
one so bad.
Dude,
I
I
remember
had the.
seeing a kid with someone with that, and I was like, I need to be.
But
that
Dayton,
kid.
I'll be honest with you, I like the simpler ones better because that one had too many moving parts. Like I always broke all the time. Like
Mm.
the ones where you just like swished out, that was it. That was the entire thing. It couldn't really break. But the Darth Maul one had like, because you could like change up the kyber crystal and shit, which like
Hey,
is
that's
cool.
What?
That's
But,
what I
like,
had,
it
where
would break.
you like built it. So
Yeah,
you
you
like
built
had a
it up,
bunch
yeah.
of different parts, and there were like 2 blades that you could have on it, and
Yeah.
then like there's a light, and you could put like a light filter over it. So
Mhm,
you could put like
mhm.
a blue filter or green filter, so it would like display green. It never really worked that well.
Yeah,
'cause,
that's
like,
about
the
it. That's
blade
about it. Was
clear.
cool
right.
in theory, but it never really worked, and it always broke. So it's like
Guys,
I'm going back to these staples.
I haven't owned a lightsaber since I was probably, I don't even know. But I'm fucking jealous right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I want the Darth Maul
I
lightsaber. Are
want
you
the
kidding
Darth
me?
Maul lightsaber.
Dude, I cannot wait.
Irreplaceable kyber crystals.
I cannot wait to be home this weekend because I know for a fact most of these toys are at my parents' house, and I'm just gonna be sending you guys Snapchats.
You gotta do it. It's like, where's Joseph? He's been in his room for the past 4 hours playing with his old toys.
Dude, after we finished playing, what was it, Star Wars Fallen Order? I like spent probably a solid few hours looking up lightsabers online. I was like, man, I want to get a nice lightsaber now.
Dude,
And like,
if you want the best lightsaber, you have to go to Disney World because
no,
they have
no,
the
those
whole
are
Star Wars
trash.
land now.
Those are
they're
trash.
not
I heard they're good. I heard they're good.
No,
heard
if
the
you want,
opposite.
dude, you want to get them custom made on these like websites. They make them out of like fucking metal and shit. Like,
Oh, like
How
are
much
those
are
the
they,
ones
though?
where
they're a
the
few
blade
$100.
is-
I'm saying they sound expensive as fuck.
Okay, yeah. How much is a standard like the classic plastic model still gotta exist, right?
It's gotta be
They
like
do-
$30.
And it could be because I'm bigger now than I was then, but they are pitiful from what I remember.
No,
Yeah,
well,
I
okay,
mean-
the
At Walmart.
plastic isn't as thick anymore, so you can't like
Yeah, you
hurt
can't like hurt people.
siblings as much.
so you
Yeah.
need to go on
Yeah, that
eBay
was
and
some
get the
thick
vintage one.
plastic when we were kids. Yeah.
Okay, you can get like the cheapest one I'm seeing is like $20.
Yeah.
But again, like it's not the good plastic where you hurt your brother and they cry and then you like try and make sure that they're okay before your parents notice. Like, oh, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine.
punch me, it'll make it better.
Yeah, that too. You can hit me, you can hit me. Just don't
All right. Well, to tie this all off, if you like lightsabers, watch Star Wars Visions. Okay, because it just came out on Disney Plus. It's a anthology series where they had 7 different anime studios just make one-off Star Wars episodes for fun. They're non-canon, and what does everybody love about Star Wars? Lightsabers. So guess what's in all these episodes? Fucking lightsabers. All right, it's a great time. It's cool as shit. So if you want to see some of that, go watch it on Disney Plus. But tell us in the comments what your favorite toys were when you were a kid. Either tell us on Instagram or on YouTube or wherever you want to find it. But I wanna hear what's going on with other people's favorite toys. Yeah, thanks for watching the show. As always, find it on Monday mornings on YouTube and podcast services. Check the description for links to all of our socials. But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.